Welcome, seekers of the profound, to another journey with Esoteric Dragon. Look at the human body. What do you see? Western anatomy sees a biological machine of flesh, bone, and blood. But ancient Daoist masters and medical Qigong practitioners saw a luminous, living matrix, a multidimensional, energetic blueprint. Today, we are opening the esoteric texts of Chinese energetic medicine to decode the hidden architecture of your physical form. We will explore how your deeply buried emotions physically shape your fascia, how the five elements dictate your biological constitution and personality, and how ancient hexagrams map the invisible flow of life force energy within you. If you want to understand the true energetic origin of disease, the spiritual anatomy of your posture, and the cosmic forces molding your body, stay with me until the very end. Let us unveil the mysteries.
To understand our energetic architecture, we must first examine the three concentric tiers of tissue formation. At the absolute core lies Layer 1, the internal organs. This is the central engine where raw qi is generated and transformed. Layer 2 consists of the fascia, tendons, ligaments, and bones. This is the grand transportation network, carrying transformed qi outward to the body's extremities. Finally, Layer 3 is the outermost perimeter, your muscles and skin. Here, the wei qi, or protective energy, circulates to defend you against external pathogens like cold, heat, and wind. The secret weaver of these layers is the fascia, known in ancient texts as wang. It is the energetic web that binds all tissues. Trauma or chronic stress creates fascial adhesions, physically restricting the vital flow of qi and blood, altering your posture and aggressively accelerating the aging process.
The universe is a delicate dance of yin and yang, and your physical body is the ultimate manifestation of this cosmic duality. Energetic medicine maps the body into highly specific planes. Vertically, the superior upper body is yang, while the inferior lower body is yin. Sagittally, your back is the yang shield, and your soft, vulnerable front is yin. The natural energetic flow requires the yang qi of heaven to descend and the yin qi of earth to ascend, creating harmony in the center. But when disease strikes, a pathological reversal occurs. Toxic yang qi rebels and shoots upward, manifesting as rising fevers, nausea, or intense migraines. Conversely, when yin qi becomes weak, it collapses downward like cascading water, resulting in deep lethargy, edema, or the prolapse of internal organs. Understanding this flow is the master key to all energetic diagnosis.
Beyond yin and yang, the human body is governed by the Wu Xing, the five elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Every organ, emotion, and physical trait you possess is bound to this elemental matrix. The wood element governs the liver, rooted in the emotion of anger. Fire rules the heart, sparking with excitement. Earth stabilizes the spleen, but when imbalanced, it generates endless worry. Metal controls the lungs, storing our unresolved grief. Finally, water commands the kidneys, housing our deepest primal fears. A medical Qigong master uses this precise matrix to read a patient like an open book. By simply observing the subtle color radiating from your face or the energetic tone of your voice, they can instantly identify which element is failing and which hidden emotion is silently destroying your internal organs.
Your dominant element literally shapes your physical skeleton and your personality. Consider the wood constitution. Physically, they are tall and sinewy, with broad shoulders and knotted joints on their hands. Emotionally, a balanced wood type is confident and intuitive. But a yang wood imbalance creates a domineering, irritable tyrant, while a yin wood type suffers from timidness and weak boundaries. Now, look at the fire constitution. They possess a broad upper back, a pointed head, and long, slender fingers with pointed tips. A balanced fire type is joyful, open-minded, and highly charismatic. But when their fire burns out of control into a yang state, they become manic, reckless, and prone to rapid burnout. To heal them, the Qigong doctor must treat the yin by teaching them to conserve energy, and treat the yang by cultivating inner stillness and humility.
Next, we examine the earth and metal archetypes. The earth constitution manifests as a larger, rounder body with strong thighs, a yellowish complexion, and short, pudgy fingers. When in perfect balance, earth types are the ultimate caretakers, stable, logical, and immensely generous. However, a yin-earth imbalance traps them in endless worry and self-centeredness, while a yang-earth type becomes suffocatingly clingy and possessive. In stark contrast stands the metal constitution. Physically, they possess a square face, broad shoulders, a strong muscular build, and a pale complexion. A balanced metal type processes grief beautifully and forms strong new bonds, but an imbalanced yin metal type fears connection and isolates themselves in jealousy, while a yang metal type completely suppresses their grief, becoming overly meticulous, rigid, and intensely stubborn. Healing requires them to open their hearts and finally grieve.
The final primary element is water. The water constitution features a large round face, a long back, substantial body mass, and hands with short fingers and trapezoidal nails. A balanced water type possesses a firm, unbreakable will and acts as a highly skilled negotiator. But a yang water imbalance creates an ambitious, ruthless overachiever driven by stress, while a yin water type completely lacks energy, gives up on life easily, and surrenders to their circumstances. However, in reality, humans are rarely just one pure element. We are combined constitutions. You might inherit a congenital water structure with large hips, combined with a congenital wood small chest. Or your inherent wood nature might be physically altered into an acquired metal structure through years of rigorous athletic training. Your body is a living, shifting record of your genetics and your lifestyle.
Deeper than the elemental organs are the 8 extraordinary vessels, the subterranean reservoirs of your soul. Your habitual emotions directly manipulate these vessels. The governing and yang heal vessels rule your spine and back. A yang excess here makes a person tense, rigid, narrow-minded, and aggressively over-controlling. The conception and yin heal vessels rule the front of your body. A yin deficiency here creates deep depression, a lack of ambition, and a terrifying fear of forming new bonds. The belt and yang linking vessels control the waist and outer body. An excess creates a bitter, vindictive, and dominating personality. Finally, the thrusting and yin linking vessels lie at your absolute core. An imbalance here breeds severe internal anxiety, a crippling fear of losing control, and a complete inability to surrender to deep emotional connections. Your trauma is literally trapped in these channels.
Ancient Daoists viewed the body through the lens of the I Ching, or Book of Changes, utilizing fractal anatomy and the Six Yao divisions. The body is a fractal hologram divided into 6 horizontal zones, from the root to the flower. The first Yao, the root, spans from the feet to the knees. The 6th Yao, the flower, spans from the neck to the top of the head. Amazingly, this exact same 6-tier map applies to your arms, your hands, and even a single plant. This unlocks a profound therapeutic application. If a patient has an energy stagnation in the first Yao of their torso, such as the prostate or lower abdomen, the Qigong doctor doesn't need to touch that area directly. They can indirectly and powerfully treat it by manipulating the corresponding first Yao on an extremity, like the heel of the foot or the base of the palm.
Your habitual emotions and breathing patterns don't just stay in your mind, they create physical tissue memories in your connective fascial web. This is known as structural imprinting. A person overwhelmed by fear or sadness will develop an introverted or yin structure. Their chest retracts inward, their shoulders sink forward, their pelvis tilts backward, and their back rounds outwards, shielding their vulnerable heart from the world. In contrast, a person driven by anger, arrogance, or a need to dominate will develop an extroverted or yang structure. Their chest expands and overexposes, their shoulders are pulled tightly back, their head is held rigidly vertical, and their pelvis tilts forward. By simply reading your posture, a medical Qigong master can read your entire emotional history. Your psychological armor has literally become your physical prison.
Where does disease truly come from? In Chinese energetic medicine, all symptoms originate from two primary etiology pathways. Congenital or prenatal patterns are inherited from your parents' Jing. Formed by maternal transmission and celestial influences at the moment of your conception, these act like biological time bombs waiting to detonate. To heal these, the doctor uses vivid visualization to identify the toxic ancestral pattern, releases the toxic Shui Qi into the divine light, and fills the void with the resonant expression of the patient's soul. Acquired or postnatal patterns come from your environment, diet, lifestyle, or chronic emotional suppression. Healing these requires eliminating the external pathogen, purging the stagnant qi, tonifying the immune wei qi, and guiding the patient to finally release the suppressed emotions through targeted qigong exercises.
We arrive at the master synthesis, the four-step diagnostic pathway used by elite medical Qigong practitioners. Step 1. Determine the element. By analyzing the patient's physical body, facial hue, and hand structure, the doctor identifies the dominant element, wood, fire, earth, metal, or water, to assess internal organ health. Step 2. Map the location. The doctor divides the body into the upper and lower 6 yaos to pinpoint exactly where the life force qi is gathering, dispersing, or fatally stagnating. Step 3. Read the posture. By evaluating if the external structure is introverted or extroverted, the doctor decodes the fascial imprint of habitual emotional stressors. Step 4. Identify the origin. Finally, they must establish if these patterns are congenital karma or acquired lifestyle trauma. Only when all 4 steps are integrated can the true luminous healing protocol begin. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to Esoteric Dragon.